All right. What is the saddest day of the year?
Tisha
Be'av. Anybody wants to think otherwise? Good. You're all wrong. You're all wrong. It's not the saddest day of the year. We know that every day, whichever day of the week that Pesach falls, Tisha Be'av falls also. I always get a lot of hope, more than that, throughout the year, in terms of more than throughout the year, between Pesach and Tisha B'av. Hopefully, I said maybe the effort that we do will work it out, we'll make it out better, and we'll make it out better, and so on and so forth. And usually, as you see, a lot of things that are not so good happen between Pesach and Tisha B'av. This lecture is not about Tisha B'av, by the way. This lecture is about the saddest day of the year, which is not Tisha B'av. The saddest day of the year for me is the day after Tisha B'av. Is the day after. Let me explain to you something. In grief, when you're grieving something, there is a different processes, different stages of grief. So chas v'shalom, when a person hears a bet shmuah, something bad happened, so he's very sad about it. Chas v'shalom, somebody dear to him died. That moment is a catastrophic moment. That's Tisha B'av. And we know that Bet HaMikdash was destroyed on that day. However, the hardest point of grief is the first 3 days, and especially the first night. After everybody goes home, you come back from the cemetery, you eat your meal, and you do all those rituals that are necessary. Everybody stays there, and you cry, and they cry, and you cry, and they cry, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. And then everybody goes home, and you stay alone with this emptiness inside of you, and you know that this person would never come back. That realization and the acknowledgement of the emptiness inside of you is the darkest point of your grief. For me, is the day after Tisha B'av. Why? Because I see how people are eager to finish and not to internalize that event of Tisha B'av. It's so sad to me because I feel sometimes in a hypocritical state. No? How many more hours do we finish with this fast? Rabbi, can I eat meat right after? Rabbi, when is it? Can I do this? Rabbi, can I do that? No, just fast. Internalize what happened in that day. What happened to us. Sometimes I think that the destruction of Bet HaMikdash was similar to Shvirat HaKelim, breaking the vessels in the time of creation. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu tried to confine his light and to put it into this world, the vessels were too inappropriate to hold that light, and they shattered. We tried to confine HaKadosh Baruch Hu into a space, and then we broke it. We broke it. Not because he couldn't hold it. We didn't want it. If you really wanted Bet HaMikdash, how can you switch? Okay, how many days? Did you ever hear somebody who says to you, no, how many hours until we finish with the Shiva? He's sitting in Shiva, he's mourning. How many hours? No, I'm finished. Oh, I can't stand this Shiva thing. Let me finish. You'll take a shower already. I'm sick and tired of this. It's a stupid thing. Tisha Be'av is our Shiva. For me, I think Yom HaShoah should be not on the day we celebrate Yom HaShoah, which I don't really know what it is. For me, Yom HaShoah should be Tisha Be'av. Because the Holocaust was a direct link connected to Beit HaMikdash and the destruction. How many of us couldn't wait for the next day? Music, meat, shish kebabs. So now I have to wait another year? For me, the feeling that here we went to Tisha B'av and the Beit is not built, Mashiach didn't come, is a greater point of sorrow than it was destroyed. Why? Because listen, it was destroyed, it wasn't under my watch. I wasn't around then. It was destroyed. However, it is my watch, and it's not being built, and nobody's building about it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And that's horrible for me. This realization. Okay, let's go. Come on, let's flip this light on. That's it. You don't understand what I'm talking to you now. Wait. And it'll happen to all of us. There's nothing, Chaz v'shalom, we're not wishing it on anybody. But it will happen to all of us. We're going to suffer. And we're going to see what it is to lose people who are dear to us. Beit HaMikdash is not dear to you. To none of us. That's devastating to me. All we care about is our desires, our food. We're not looking for the mitzvah. We're not looking for anything. Ta'avot. All we concern about is mainly food and sex. We are so low. And we complain, and we complain, and we complain. Let me ask you this. You want to be a Muslim? It's hard for you to fast one day. They fast 40 days. I spoke to the cashier at Aaron's. She says to me, this Ramadan, I didn't feel the Ramadan, so I decided to fast for extra 6 days after. I said, are you crazy? As far as I'm concerned, let them fast all year long. But I said to myself, Ribono Shel Olam, she didn't feel whatever the nonsense that she's feeling in Rama Ding Dong. And I'm looking at the hours, no, Matai is over. What's wrong with me? I want to go on vacation, Rabbi. I can't wait. I know people that 3 hours after Tisha B'av already went on vacation. Let's Smitty, turn it off. Submarine, everybody. You understand? You see, he agrees with me. The submarine is going down. We're all sitting on deck and drinking up pina colada. You know, we complain and we complain and we complain. You know how easy it is to be a goy? What do you want to eat? Where do you want to eat? What would you like to eat? And when you're a goy, the only thing you're not allowed to eat is ever min achai. Just take a bite out of a living organ, like an animal, like while it's alive. You want to eat cobra's heart while it's going like this? Swallow it. You want to eat snakes, lizards, gizzards, whatever you want to eat. Eat. McDonald's, Mickey D, I don't know, whatever, what's is out there? It's the same thing, right? Burger King, White Castle, Newcastle, Manchester United, whatever you want, you can eat. Basar b'chalav, chalav b'basar, with pork ears, pork nose, pork trout, pork tails. Eat whatever you want. No problem. What do you want to dress? You can dress. You want to wear a frock on? You want to go naked? There's no, whatever you want to do. No Shabbat, no Chag, no Batich. And still they complain. So it's not what you have or what you're not allowed to. It's your own lousy tendency to complain and not to care. And you don't care. I heard an interview with a congressman from West Virginia. West Virginia? Yeah, one of those places. So they asked him about he's Dafka, a Democrat, and he's, I think it was West Virginia. No, that's Carolina. I don't remember one of those. Huh?
Alan West?
Yeah, something like that.
Like it?
No, I don't know. I heard it on the radio with Mark Levine.
That's called Alan West.
You should listen to Mark Levine. It's very nice. Don't listen to Lady Kaka on the radio. You should listen to Mark Levine, Rush Limbaugh. It's good for you. Sean Hannity. So he said, he asked him about my favorite John Bachelors. But they asked him about, do you hear, was the rally that happened in Times Square last week, was it heard in Capitol Hill? And he said it was heard loud and clear. It was heard loud and clear. The message was out there. The 12,000 people, the message was out. You make a difference. You make a difference, and you don't know. Maybe that's the thing that's going to get you. You had an opportunity to show if Yerushalayim is really important to you, if Am Israel is really important to you. And you know what? What's his name? This guy.
Alan West?
No, Alan West. Hey, guy, no.
The senator.
No senator. Huckabee. Huckabee said he was right. Here, John Balkari is going to Israel, and he's not coming to visit Jerusalem. מי צריך אותו בכלל שם? מי ביקש ממך רמוס חצריך? אל תבוא, לא רוצים אותך, טמא יקרא. But that's what it is. You care? You don't care. You only care about the day after. You pay your dues. You don't worship your religion with fire, with passion. And when it comes to food, passion. Especially if it's free. Sex, terrific passion. When it comes to Jewish stuff, where's your passion? You washed that out. All of a sudden you became a Buddhist and a monk. No passion when it comes to Judaism. This is a disgrace. And how we approach the day after. We don't want to acknowledge that. Well, they have to do with us. I'll do my share. I'll come in, I learn. I put my tefillah in the morning. I make the brachot. I learn. I go home. I do what I do. Come back to Yeshiva. I learn. Go to sleep. I say Kriyat Shema. But I'm doing it only because what? I want to pay lip service. I'm not doing it because I'm really feeling it. Push comes to shove. How many of you, if you need to make a cut, how many of you will reduce their lifestyle, will take a cut on the lifestyle before they take a cut on Torah? Torah is the first thing you throw out of the window. How many of you would stay with a woman who is not Shomer Torah mitzvot, or pull him this way? Instead of saying, Habibi, don't pull me this way. You pull me, I'm going to cut the ties. You sacrifice Torah. You sacrifice HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Don't tell me you passionate Jews. Where's your self-respect? Where's your self-respect? Where's your passion about a Jew? Where is it? You build houses here. I want to see if Mashiach comes today, right now. Hello, I need Mashiach. Certificate. He says, this is, וזאת תהי לתעודה, כי this one is Mashiach, למטה חתום רב המכשיר אליהו הנביא. How many of you go? You leave your houses here in Jamaica mistake? You're going to leave your houses, your cars, your lifestyle? Are you going to throw it all behind? Nothing. And it's your lifestyle that you live in. You know why it's in your lifestyle? What have you done in your life? What have you accomplished in your life? What have you? Have you ever built anything? Have you created anything? Have you made anything? You go to restaurants. You don't cook at home. You don't build anything. All you do is send emails. Emails and emails and emails. You're sending nothing. You're working all day long on things that have no substance whatsoever. You're spitting your life in the wind. Maybe even other things. You're doing nothing. You're creating nothing. And you are interested in nothing. That's why your life is nothing. Why aren't you building the Beit HaMikdash? Why this realization? Oh my goodness, Beit HaMikdash. Every country, every nation in the world has a right for land. The Jews don't. I think the Jews should start a new venture in life. Nobody would argue that the American Indians have the right. Indigenous people. We are the indigenous people of the land of Israel. We are indigenous. We have a 3,000-year document that says that. And all the nations of the world would agree that that document is original and not forged. So let all them nations agree to the fact that we are indigenous people to this land. And it is our right. Some tribes in Lapland can do that. We can't. Because you don't care. A Jew goes to the Temple Mount on Tisha Be'av, for crying out loud, recites Kriyat Shema, and he's being put in jail, he's being arrested by the Israeli police. Or God forbid the Arabs would say something. I don't care what the Arab would say. It's my mountain. And I'm the king of it. What kind of thing is that? Why won't you collect 10,000 signatures? Send a letter to unite the disgraced nations. Send a letter, the same letter, to El Duce, President Obama. Send the same letter to Bibi Netanyahu. 10,000 people. Yeah, I'm going to give you 10,000 people for some kind of a cause, I don't know. Do some kind of breast cancer or whatever it is. Oh, everybody's right there. But you don't have a place to live. And it's not because of they live there and you live here. Because you don't have a place to live. And you declaring with your own hands, I don't have a right to this land. You are homeless. The Jews are a homeless nation. And it is not allowed to have a home. And that's why it's the saddest day for me in the year. I just realize I just wasted another year for empty words. Empty words. And we're supposed to come now, 2 months from now, to ask Mechila from Hashem. Hashem will forgive us. Why would Hashem believe a word we're saying? We don't mean anything. You pray every day, Bonei Yerushalayim. Do you really mean that? Do you really mean that? That's very sad. You don't mean it. And the goyim, the nation see it. And that's why you're going to find on Yahoo articles about how the Israeli police dare to go on the mountain. The liberals of Yahoo. Well, you're never going to find anybody saying this is a Jewish mountain. It is holy, a holy place to the Muslims. Really, it's so darn holy for them that it's not even mentioned one time in the Quran. They have two places: go to Mecca, go to Medina, go to Jahannam. They have a small place. I don't deserve it. It's not because of they love the Arabs so much or they care about the Palestinians so much. They don't care about them. The Arabs themselves don't care about them. When they go to Saudi, they treat them like dogs. When they come to Israel, it's not because of that. It's because they hate the Jews. And you know what's the worst thing? That the Jews hate the Jews themselves. And we don't have any self-esteem. Because if we had self-esteem, you would not dance on your mother's grave. In Yerushalayim, and the Shekhinah, and Bet HaMikdash, and all the people that died there. When we don't care, it's like we're dancing on the graves. Before you come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu Rosh Hashanah, and then in 1 month you're going to be asking, right? Slichot. You're thinking like the Red Army Choir, you're singing it. With no emotion. You're going to say to yourself, מה חטאנו? באמת חטאנו? אני חטאתי? מה חטאתי? אני צדיק, מה חטאתי? אביתי, פשעתי? אני פשעתי? במה פשעתי? This is your pesha. Because it's not just you abandoning your people, it's not just you abandoning your land, it's you abandoning HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And for that, nobody has an answer. Fix your ways. Change your attitude. Because you don't know what's going to bring tomorrow. Before it's going to be too late. We can't spend another year. And let's hope that we're going to start today actively building the Mikdash. Amen.